परब्रह्म समारंभां श्री दत्तात्रेय मध्यमाम् श्री दत्त स्वामी पर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरु परम्पराम्। सर्वविश्वन्यस्तपादपद्मायते वामहस्तालोलवेदशास्त्रायते ज्ञानसूर्यायते दत्तरूपायते श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम् श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम् श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम्। गुरुदत्त श्रीदत्त प्रभुदत्त पाहि माम् विधिदत्त हरिदत्त हरदत्त रक्ष माम् पाहि मां दत्ता रक्ष मां दत्ता। Trailokya Gita, Chapter 3, Yoga Vichara Yogaha, Association of Enquiry of Yoga. Trailokya Uvacha Uchyate Bhagavad Gita Namna Bhagavatah Stumaha Bhakta Namna Kadham Geetam Anasuyatrinandana. Miss Trailokya asked, O son of Anasuya and sage Atri, it is said that the Bhagavad Gita is named after Bhagavan or God. How can we appreciate this Gita named Trailokya Gita, which is named after the devotee called Thrylokya?
Shri Datta Swami Uvacha Krishnena Kavina Naiva Tannamakaranam Krutam Krutavyasena Bhaktena Bhagavat Kirtikamina. Shri Datta Swami spoke. The Bhagavad Gita told by Krishna to Arjuna was not named by Krishna himself. This name was given by sage Vyasa, who was the devotee of God. Devotee always likes the fame of God and not the fame of the devotee. Evameva ye yadhamam ichukter bhakta kirtidah bhagavanapi giteyam tvannamna pragapiritam. In the same way, God likes the fame of the devotee and not his fame. God told in the Bhagavad Gita that he will be just a reflection of the devotee, ye dhamam. Hence, this Gita is named in your name. Like this, I have spoken the Gita in the name of some devotees like Lakshmana Gita and Rohita Gita. Kuryad Arjuna Giteti Nama Krishno Divo Bhuvam Taprapta Kirti Vairagyat nityastotra parangmukha. If God Krishna wanted to name the Gita sung by him, he should have named it as Arjuna Gita. God comes down to the earth as incarnation, descending from his abode, bored with continuous prayers of his praise, with repulsion to fame. Ekadaivam harir bhaktan prarthayan dushanaturaha suhrudveshi padhoreka padhatavanyadashridau. Once God Vishnu was also bored by praises and wanted to come down to earth as incarnation and requested all his devotees to come to earth along with him and become enemies through scolding him. He gave two options. One, to reach him as devotee in 7 births, or to reach him in 3 births as enemies. But no devotee agreed to this. Finally, his gatekeepers Jaya and Vijaya agreed, selecting the second option. Antye janmani so varishat dushanani satam gataha ramate yasukham dukkham samam yogi sagiyate. In the last 3rd birth, Shishupala pleased the Lord very much by scolding him continuously like strong rain, and the soul of Shishupala as light merged in the heart of God. In the Bhagavad Gita it is told that a person who equally enjoys both happiness and misery is called yogi. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Madhuksharashanaschitra samakashta sukho yatha tadha nityam saramate yadhaham jagadashritaha. Just like a person enjoys equally both hot and sweet dishes in meals, just like a person enjoys both pleasant and tragic scenes in seeing a cinema, and just like I, on entering this world as incarnation, enjoy equally both happiness and misery, the yogi also enjoys equally both misery and happiness in this world. Ekaikam kramatah krutva sukhadukhe sada priyam karoti jivina sarvan swabhaktan nitya yoginaha. Even though the soul has done some sins continuously for some time and good deeds continuously in some other time, God will rearrange the fruits of both good and bad deeds in alternating manner so that continuous boredom in one phase is avoided and his devoted souls become continuously joyful by becoming yogis. Mithya jivo jagan mithya swamsho na chala chitravatu paramartha sadekam tat Tadyogastaddaya vashaha. In yoga, the soul has to enjoy equally both misery and happiness, like the spectator enjoying both scenes of misery and happiness in a cinema. God can enjoy like this because He is the absolute reality, whereas His creation is relative reality for Him. The cinema also is relatively real with respect to the spectator. But regarding the human being, it is a part and parcel of the creation, and hence itself is also relative reality like that of creation. Therefore, the relatively real soul can't enjoy another relatively real world unlike the spectator enjoying the cinema. If any soul wants to enjoy the world like the spectator of cinema, it has to get the grace of God through its devotion to attain this yoga. Yoga prapti prayuktoyam tasya labhe tadamshake arogo bhogamulam cha sopi yogiti kachyate. The word yoga need not be always the 8-stepped Ashtanga Yoga of sage Patanjali. This word means simply attainment of anything. For example, Dhana Yoga means attainment of wealth. But the word yoga is mainly used in the attainment of God and the attainment of success in the steps that lead to God. For example, a sound mind in sound body is essential to do service to God. But this step is also needed to enjoy the worldly luxuries also. Now people trying to achieve this physical and mental health for the enjoyment of worldly luxuries also say that they are practicing yoga. Upamanabjachakrani tirtva buddhi pramapadha manah kundalini daivam sahasradalagam vishet. The yoga of Patanjali is completely misunderstood. Ignorant people imagine wheels or lotus flowers existing on spinal cord or meru, and also imagine the kundalini moving like a serpent crossing these wheels to reach the top of head called Sahasrara, which is like a lotus with 1,000 petals in which God exists. This type of description is only symbolic, and the background picture is the mind crossing the influence of worldly bonds in reaching God existing in the top of head, which is intelligence showing the path of spiritual knowledge. Manaschichakti vichistat sarpastarkadalani cha sochitam daivarupancha krishnam martya munishritah. The mind is awareness, which is a form of inert energy only that travels in waves representing the serpentine motion. The 1,000 petals of intelligence represent 1,000 or many ways of logical discussions to arrive at correct conclusion. This means that the devotee shall reach the true and relevant form of God on doing several logical discussions. This finally indicates that the original unimaginable God or absolute reality can't be reached, and only that unimaginable God mediated in relevant medium must be only reached. Krishna is the mediated unimaginable God in human form, and the sages or gopikas are the human beings who reached the human incarnation which is relevant to them. Mooladharah prasostato Manipurodharambuvat Vadhishthano nalah kamaha Hrudiputro hyanahataha. The lowest Mooladhara wheel stands for mother, and above it is Manipura representing father. Both these are earth and rain. The water falling on the earth from the upper sky represents the fall of sperm of father into the womb of mother, causing the generation of sprouts of seeds like children. Both these wheels represent the influence of love on parents. Above these two exists Swadhisthana, representing fire, indicating the desire for sex, and this stands for the bond with life partner. This wheel represents the bond with life partner. Above this, in the heart, which is the center of love, exists Anahata wheel that stands for issues, and this bond is the strongest and hence called Anahata, meaning that nobody could cross it so far. Vishuddho vyoma vachahi Guravo jnana doshinaha Ajna chittam bhinna rupa Bhinna daiva brahmaspadam. Above this, in the throat lies Vishuddha wheel, standing for space and speech, representing the fraud preachers with faulty knowledge. Above this lies the Ajna wheel, standing for mind that has illusory knowledge, which is the basis for feeling real difference in various divine forms of the same one God, resulting in like or dislike for a specific divine form of God. Vyartha Brahmam sadichanti Chakrapadmopama Brahmaha Avarto hititirshoscha Bhrungabandhaya variyam. Seeing the inability to cross the worldly bonds due to weak attachment to God, failed devotees have developed a reality of these wheels or lotus flowers and serpent-like kundalini to divert the actual concept into an illusory concept. The spinal cord is the basis for all these wheels because it is the main channel of awareness as mind that develops attachment to various worldly bonds. The wheels are like whirlpools in the worldly ocean, obstructing the devotee who is swimming the ocean trying to cross it. These wheels give some entertainment for some time and finally drown the swimmer. These worldly bonds are also compared to lotus flowers that attract the black bee soul. Black indicates tamas or ignorance, and finally bind them by closure of petals. Without realizing the background concept, ignorant people have taken these similes as reality. Dattatreyo yogirajo yogam janati kevalaha anye yogam na jananti yogamaya vimohitaha. Only God Dattatreya, who is the king of yogis, knows the meaning of yoga. All others, leaving Dattatreya, do not know the meaning of the word yoga. The reason for their ignorance is the illusion created by them in the context of yoga, which results in the fascination of worldly bonds. Yogena tasya jayante sarvayoga vibhutayah yabhirnastika vishwasaha pradyo hi phalakaksharaha. The miraculous powers appear only due to attainment of God, because unimaginable God alone is the source of unimaginable miracles. These miracles are useful to create faith in the existence of God for atheists. This is the fundamental lowest step, which is like making the kid to learn alphabets using a slate. Vidya samsthastato jnana bhakti karma dashah kramat आस्तिकाः क्षीणविश्वासाः स्वलाभावा vibhutigaah. After learning the alphabets using slate, the student enters school, college, and university using pen and book, and for him the slate is not required. Similarly, when the atheist is converted into theist, he or she does not need the exhibition of miracles. The theist needs spiritual knowledge, jnana yoga, devotion, bhakti yoga, and practice karma yoga stages, which are like school, college, and university. But if theists are also interested in miracles, either they are not having firm faith in the existence of God, or they want to use the miraculous powers to solve their worldly problems. Sarvepyanye tadvibhutehe pradhanyam adidoshatah Shankaradvarayanam tat yannolam na tatha pura. At present, everybody is either atheist or theist having lesser faith, are aspiring for the worldly benefits through miracles. Hence, the importance of miracles is being stressed by me. Every beginning is surrounded by defect only, like the fire is surrounded by smoke in the beginning stage. In this Kali age, the spiritual standards have fallen down to a great extent. When Shankara entered the bolted doors of Mandana Mishra, if we were there, that miracle alone is sufficient for us to believe that Shankara is the human incarnation of God. His very long debate is not necessary for us to recognize him as God. But Mandana Mishra, along with Jaimini and Vyasa, did not give importance to this miracle and believed Shankara as God only after the long debate. Before Kali age, everybody was an extreme devotee of God, possessing miraculous powers, and hence, in ancient times, divinity was decided by knowledge, devotion, and practice only, and not by exhibition of miracles. Anuhyo gamyate tabhi दैत्यश्च तपसा व्रजेत् दैवेन दीयते याभिः स्थाप्यते नो ह्यईश्वरः. Atheists are expected to believe the existence of unimaginable God by seeing the genuine miracles, but unfortunately they do not believe due to their foolish prejudice. The unimaginable miracles indicate their source, which is the unimaginable God. Sometimes, even devilish people also do miracles by attaining the miraculous powers from God through rigid penance. God allows them to do miracles because, leaving their devilish qualities aside, they are establishing the existence of unimaginable God, which is of good use to threaten sinners by indicating that unimaginable God inevitably punishes sinners through unimaginable ways. Iti Trailokya Gītāyām Yoga Vichara Yogo Nama Trutiyadhyāyah. Like this, in Trailokya Gita, the third chapter called Association of Enquiry of Yoga is completed.
Udvegarahita Santosharahita Shanti Samudra Shri Datta Shanti Samudra Shri Datta Shanti Samudra Shri Datta. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi.
Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that propagating divine spiritual knowledge pleases the Lord greatly. Jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti me matihi. Spiritual knowledge brings about permanent peace and harmony in the world. So join us in sharing this divine knowledge of Lord Datta and earn the highest grace of God. For more spiritual videos, visit our YouTube channel, Shri Datta Swami. For more discourses on true spiritual knowledge, visit the website www.universal-spirituality.org.